we get into this first leg. All still in a group here. No straight line yet. Oh, here they come into the straight line. Right down the far end of the track. As you see on the screen right in front of you. Out here early. All the early girls out here early. All clumpled up right at the beginning. Out to early start is Blue Valley West with the early lead here to start off the distance medley for girls high school. One lap through, Owasso High School is leading through one lap around.
She has a decent lead. It's about a 3 or 4 meter lead for Owasso ahead of the chase pack.
Making her own little lead there. The chase pack, a lot of girls still in the field.
Yeah, there are 24 schools in this race, so now there are 2 little packs that have broken between Owasso and the rest of the field. And Owasso's lead is still about 4 or 5 meters in front of the rest of the field.
You have to keep that pace though, because one of runners behind her could use her as the front and make her do all the work while they sit back and maybe take the lead later on. This is a long race.
This is a very long race. It's a very mentally grueling race too.
We saw a lot of these types of races last night, where it kind of gets you mentally early on. You got to think about it a lot more. Where later on in the race, it's physically grueling on your body.
Yeah, last night we talked about the shutting down of one's brain that you have to do in the middle of the race. But it could also, come back to haunt you if you do it not at the right time or too long, and you just stop thinking and someone passes you.
Olathe East is now catching up with Owasso, and now it looks like it's going to be down to them too.
But again, it's early. Only 3 minutes have passed. Not even past the first handoff.
A lot of those big gaps early on are breaking up. As Olathe East is coming up on Owasso to claim that lead, and she does right there, the first runner.
Yeah, that was a good move on the outside by Olathe East. Again, we talked about runners making their moves at turns, and that's exactly what she did.
And out of those turns, you can get momentum and create a bigger gap like she just did there.
Exactly.
As well.
Now Olathe East has about a 5-meter lead on Owasso.
She took that lead right back from Owasso. And Owasso goes getting passed up by Lee Summit. So now Lee Summit's in second place as the baton gets handed off. And what a charge out of the Olathe East runner to start off the second leg.
Yeah, that was a great start by Olathe East. But she has not kept her lead in the second leg after the pass. Lee Summit West coming up, and I think she might have the lead. There are 3
and Lee
runners.
Summit now trying to pass Bentonville, and she does. The second runner of Lee Summit passes Olathe East, Owasso, and Bentonville, who was the first place for the entire first leg.
She has a decent lead now, too.
Coming in for the baton pass here for that third leg, getting later in the race now, under 5 so far. Not a big jump out of the pass, but a good pass. But Bentonville still in second, right behind, trailing Lee Summit.
Yeah, there's about a 4-meter distance between Lee Summit and second place team, which is Bentonville.
from Arkansas.
From Arkansas.
And again, Bentonville just hanging there in second place. We know what it's. We've seen a lot of races like this where that second place runner ends up nudging the runner in front of her, getting first place.
Give them a big round of applause, everybody.
Yeah, steady pace now as they go around.
Yeah, and they've really established themselves as the leaders of the pack so far. We're closing in on 6 minutes into the race. The record here for this meet at the Kansas Relays is 12:23:32. That was set in 2002.
So the leader now is Aaron Sermons of Lee Summit West.
From Jenks High School.
And in second place.
And it's still a big lead for both of these girls as Bentonville is starting to catch on to Lee Summit West.
Bentonville in second.
Yeah, her lead is
Trying to pick up the pace.
now about 2 meters.
The pace here for Lee
As you see a lot of the time in these races, that second place runner has an advantage, and then there is the little nudge there, and now she's even and about to pass her on the turn, as we usually see.
Yeah, it's been every turn. There's been a change of the leader, certainly on the far side of the field.
Coming in for that third leg baton pass here. And right now they're neck and neck.
A little push from Lee Summit to take first again into the baton pass.
And a good start, Lee Summit out of the baton pass with that lead. But Bentonville still coming off that steady pace. And she's looking to pass right out of the gate.
Olathe East still in third. Decently far back, about 30 meters or so.
The East has now emerged in that top tier of athletes. For a long time, they just saw Bentonville and Lee Summit, but now Olathe East is in the picture.
Yeah, those three runners are really far ahead of the rest of the pack. Again, it's, excuse me, it's Lee Summit, followed by Bentonville, followed by Olathe East. They're at about 8.5 minutes into this distance medley high school girls race. They're about 4 minutes away from the record pace.
Kansas High School State Cross Country meet, I believe she got second last fall.
About 15 meters ahead of third place is that pack. Third place is Owasso, who had the lead early.
And now they're joining that pack of three, making it 4 now.
Yes. Yeah, we see this a lot. The third leg of a race, the pace starts to slow down. You can see the gaps closing between the leader and the rest of the runners.
You can definitely tell that the lead girl here for Lee Summit kind of slowing down a little bit, and the two girls behind her starting to catch up as they conserve more of their energy, not leading the pack.
Yeah, they look content not being in first, letting Lee Summit do most of the work. We see Olathe East on the outside,
passing up Bentonville for second, and maybe looking to emerge as the number one. 800 to go, 2 laps to go.
And Alex Marco on the anchor for Lee Summit West, which is in the lead.
And the anchor's right here with 2 laps to go, Kev. And still Lee Summit in the lead, but Olathe is very close.
Yeah, this is going to be anyone's race between Lee Summit,
Bentonville and Olathe East.
And Olathe East. Lee Summit starting to look like she's in pain. She has a little bit of a...
She's grimacing a little bit.
Yeah. Starting to look at her feet more.
As long as she doesn't look back, you see what happens when you look back. You kind of slow down your momentum and lose all concentration.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to lose track of the runners when they're so close to you. So she doesn't need to look back much. You can see now Olathe East
right on her
on the outside, not appearing to make her move quite yet, but it seems imminent to me.
Well, they're nearing 1 lap to go, and so if she wants to make that move, she's gonna have to make it soon.
She will need to do that.
One lap to go. There's the bell. And again, the same. We kind of saw that stalemate at the top with Bentonville, Lee Summit, and Olathe East.
Lee Summit is still holding on to the lead.
The last 300 meters here. Right now, Bentonville is emerging here, but now they're really going into it full stride, tough and puffing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the last 200 meters.
Yeah,
200 meters.
They're really pushing the pace here. 12:23 is the record. There is an outside chance for them to get there.
And look at Bentonville right at the end here with a big gap as she's aiming for that 12:23 time. We go 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, look at Lee Summit coming in at and did they get it? No, they missed.
They were about
by the slightest of margins.
0.4 of a second off the record, but still a very impressive run by Bentonville to come from 3rd in that pack.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
She was 3rd in the pack, like you said, and can never count anybody that's 3rd in the pack out.
No, you cannot. And Lee Summit West, 2nd with 12:23.8, and Olathe East with 12:24.2. So those 3 schools were right there the entire race. Bentonville just comes out of 3rd for the win. Very impressive finish for them.
Getting ready for the boys' high school distance medley. In about 2 minutes, we'll be bringing that one to you.
That's the boys' score, my problem.